Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash, trending news and entertainment.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
Shh, take it down just a bit, just a tad. Can we turn the lights?
Got a little bit of a headache?
Well,
Too much last night?
I'm Mitch English here, welcoming you to the first day of the year for Daily Flash.
2026.
Who do I get to start it with?
Hey, good morning, good morning. Happy 2026 to you and yours.
Absolutely. Isn't it crazy? Here we are, 2026. And, we say that every year, right? And now, by the way, they must apparently had a huge party. They're still cleaning up the studio. So we say, hey, let's hang out in the kitchen. What's up?
I like it.
Right? Yeah.
Because the kitchen is always that kind of like go-to place where everybody just leaves all their stuff and they're like, I'll get it in the morning. I'll get it in the morning.
But yeah, they left some dishes in the sink. I don't know if you noticed that. We'll clean those up. Who knows? That might be a whole segment on the show, right?
Oh, I like it. Could be like help my home. We'll show you how to quickly clean up your kitchen.
Okay, deal.
But first, let's check in with James Alexander.
Hey,
James.
Hey,
look at there! Look at you!
I survived the night. And guess what? I want to know how you survived the night and how you celebrated the new year by going to our website at dailyflashshow.com and our social channels all across. So Facebook, YouTube,
We on Yahoo?
TikTok, and all of it. Yeah, I got Yahoo on the brain. It was a long night, guys. It was a long night, okay?
It's been a long month
all right.
for
So
James.
happy 2026 to you guys, and let's get the ball rolling.
All right, show off your outfit there. You look great. Part of the, I think this year,
I
James,
love it.
we need to have a baseball team, the Flashers, and James's number, of course, from high school, popping back up there.
72?
Mr. 72.
No, it was college.
Seven dudes?
College.
Oh,
That was my
college.
number.
College.
That's right.
Yep,
college.
Central Michigan University.
Flashers.
The Flashers.
Are those available on our website?
We should have them up there. But if you are a Flasher, hey, send us your pictures.
Send Mitch your pictures.
All right, send me your pictures.
Yeah, don't
More
send them
likely,
to me.
you'll get them.
Don't send them to me.
I will.
We should probably have
Got
named
my
the
fair
team
share.
the Daily Flashers.
The
but
Daily Flashers.
Flashers are just fun.
Yeah. So if James gets pulled over for speeding and he's wearing that shirt that says Flashers, will the cop ask him a few more questions?
He will, and actually can probably get out of the ticket.
There you go.
If he says, "Hey, I'm a Flasher," and he's like, "All right, you can keep it on." Look good,
Lady
buddy.
cop, I'll let her put me in handcuffs.
Oh, that's a whole different show.
I love it.
All right, James, thank you. So what's old is new again and super cool according to Gen Z and millennials. These are some of the boomer habits that are now trending with a younger generation.
This is good to see because we did it. The millennial, my 14-year-old always gets on to me as well.
Yeah.
But they're actually embracing some of these things, is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
I'm looking for this.
Much like the cassette tape, which I had no idea was making a comeback.
Is it really?
It's making a comeback. The worst audio in the world, and yet Gen Z loves the cassette tape.
I'm excited about that.
Okay, first on the list, and I know you'll appreciate this, holding the door.
Thank you for saying that. Absolutely, 100%. And it's something that has gone away, and why, I don't know. Probably this right here, I want you to see this. When you have, you probably don't know, but being a proud dad. I was like, when you're a proud dad.
I missed that one.
But when your horse does something that you like, oh.
Maybe in a previous life.
My son, he came up to visit, and so I want to back up a little bit.
Yeah.
My dad always opened the door for my mom. Always.
I love that.
My first marriage, I never did it. I was like, I never thought about doing it. And I go, you know what? My dad always did that. They were married for almost 60 years. I was like, I want to do something. Number one, to honor my dad to do that. And so I started doing it. And so I didn't never make my kids. My son came up to visit, or came down rather to visit, and he brought his girlfriend with him, and he was doing it. And not like in front of me, like I was out in the car and I saw him, he does it. So I was like, that's their proud moment. And I was like, I'm kind of tearing up because of the fact, it's like, that's just the one thing that I wanted. And I was like, I'm so happy to hear that it's coming back.
Great.
Yeah, and more and more millennials are understanding that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I love that.
Appreciate that. Okay, this one I think you'll also appreciate: cooking a big meal at least once a week. Cooking a big meal.
My daughter, yes, she loves to cook, and they do it all the time. And she invites her brothers over. They live out in Oklahoma, and it's hard to go from. I had, in my family there was 6 of us, and all together. And going down to a woman who eats very healthy and nothing I like or her. I miss making those big meals.
You do,
I know. But it's smart too with like leftovers too.
Yeah, but I think too, it's more of like a social component, bringing people together over a nice big meal. It's kind of, extending that friend group experience. It's not just board games. It's like, hey, let's get together for a meal once a week.
Bosses, you should be hearing this because our boss, this is a true story, right?
Yes.
Actually made us, everybody here at the studio, breakfast.
You should see the spread that's back there.
Did it all herself, and it's
Sharon's
for her
amazing.
Italian roots. Sharon,
Yes,
thank you so much.
thank you.
We want to get through the show so we can go back.
Yes, of course we can. All right, this one I love. Repair rather than replace.
Do you think that's a necessity thing? It's because, why waste money? Maybe learn, and you know why?
Yes.
YouTube.
Yes.
It's so much easier now.
Yes.
YouTube. It's like almost to the point where if anything's broke, I'm like, I have things I have to fix. I go video. I have to watch it, and
yes.
you can do that. And it's easier than it was when are that age.
I 100% agree with you. I forgot about the YouTube factor, but that is 100% true. I will tell you this, though, what drives me nuts with some of these YouTube videos, I don't want to know about the weather in your area. I don't want to know how your morning started, what kind of coffee you're drinking. Just get to it and fix it. Show me how to do the fix.
Same goes for recipes.
Oh my.
I don't care.
Don't even get me started on those.
I don't care where you got. I don't care what your grandma did.
Yeah.
I don't care if she hid it in her bra as she swam over from London. I don't care. Just tell me how many eggs I have to add in this thing.
Yes.
That's all I want, and I have to scroll down. The good news is they have a button now on some of these recipe pages that says jump to the recipe.
Oh.
And guess what I do?
Jump to the recipe.
There you go.
And I don't need the subscribe spiel. Just get to it.
That's so true.
It's true, right? It drives me nuts. I saw this. I was trying to fix something the other day, and the guy is going on about the weather and how he started his day, and I'm like, dude, I can't. I seriously.
If you're gonna do that, put your video in chapters. That way we can
Yes,
skip it.
yes. All right, by quality, not quantity. I think this is really great.
And my parents, maybe yours were as well, were all about quantity. Because it was that, help me out with the need, the fact that you might not have it anymore. There's a term for it.
Yes.
Because you feel like if the necessity feel that you're like, oh, you gotta have it, you gotta have it. So you wind up hoarding stuff, and you don't really need it. And so that could be with clothes, anything. And now if you just say, hey, I'd rather have something good, and that's something I'm learning.
Well, I think, too, when you look at all the stuff you accumulate, and Amazon, I think, is partly to blame for all of this. You accumulate so much stuff. It's like, well, wouldn't you rather just spend that chunk of money on one really nice thing as opposed to 20 really cheap things?
And I promise you that you'll appreciate it more, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Embrace snail mail. Writing a letter, writing a thank you note, that is becoming a huge trend once again.
Our good friend, Andy Campbell, his wife, Ashley, started a whole company to teach kids how to write letters and stationery and stuff. And we had her on the show talking about it, and what a great idea. It's something that's missed. There's something from the head to your hand that is missed when you just type it out.
And it will be remembered by bosses, by anyone that you meet. If you send a handwritten note, it will definitely be something that will stay with them.
Parents, I've done this. Write your kids letters, and they'll appreciate that. And vice versa, kids, write your parents.
Yeah.
Because they'll hold on to it. Your parents will hold on to it.
They will. Dedicating time to a hobby. This is great. Finding a hobby that you really love, whether it's learning an instrument, something maybe later in life that you didn't spend much time focusing on as a younger person, but you're willing to dedicate a little bit of time to a hobby.
And you're just bettering yourself if you think about it. It's just one of those things, and it's one of those where it's like it has to be difficult. We are in an age where everything's easy and everything's about convenience, but when you get uncomfortable at something, that's when you really grow and you learn and you appreciate it more.
Yeah. Playing board games. I love board games.
Spell board games. Board? Which board?
B-O-A-R-D.
That game, yeah.
This game right here.
This game right here. Not board, not B-O-R-E-D.
No.
Which would I would do.
B-O-A-R-D.
Family thing again. It goes back to that community, what you were talking about.
Yes. The big dinner party, the big gathering of friends. And last one on the list, they're loving an afternoon nap.
When can we do that?
I don't know.
It's your body will tell you if you need to be tired. If you're taking naps all the time and you're always tired still, you need to check something else. But naps, appreciating what they are, I can buy into that.
I hate naps.
Me too, sister.
I hate naps like you cannot believe.
Are you like me? When you wake up, you're just aggravated?
Yes. I just don't like it. I don't like sleeping in the middle of the day. It just drives me nuts.
Because you get into you wake up and I'm just like pissy.
Yes,
I don't like
groggy,
talking to anybody.
yeah.
Leave me alone. And then I also feel, because I feel like I wasted time.
Yes, that's it.
I'm like, and there's time, like, when you're on vacation, that's what you're supposed to do, and that sort of thing. But if you feel like you're wasting time, I was like, man, I could have done this. And then your motivation when you wake up is not there like it is in the morning, at least for me.
Yeah, same here. I can't stand it. But I also like to be up early, too.
So guess what?
Yeah.
We're really happy that the generations coming up are keeping some of these great things that are going to keep it together. We want to keep you together with us.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Stay with us. Today's Trends, Tomorrow's Talk. Head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. You can also send us an email, flash@dailyflashshow.com.
With a little warmth, you can bring out the best in everything.
Well, I would say you bring out the best in me.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Lady Ashton.
You're welcome.
Sometimes I call you Mrs. Spielberg, but it should be Lady Ashton, real.
Yes.
Lemons. There's 3 ways to get the maximum juice out of a lemon. Number 1, put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds. This will heat it up and the juice comes out effortlessly. Number 2, roll it on a countertop. So take it on the countertop, put your hand on and just roll it, and that's going to break down the membranes. Or you can use a squeezer. These squeezers are fantastic. I don't have a particular brand that I love more than any, but I do think they're perfect. And fresh lemon juice is superior to the stuff you buy on the shelf. That's got sodium in it and it doesn't taste as good. This has a beautiful peak to it. So that's how you get the most out of your lemon. And then don't throw the lemon after you've squeezed it out. Place that in your sink and turn on your machine. It makes it smell wonderful.
So attractive.
I don't know what you call it, the gargler.
The trash recept. I don't know what it's called either.
You know what I mean.
We don't have one.
We don't have one. Cheerio.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Wherever you are right now, just take a moment here and check this out, because we're saying, what if one small shift in your life could actually transform the way you navigate life's hardest seasons? Well, our next guest, Teresa Bruno, she says being curious and asking the right questions is actually in the midst of a crisis is actually a key. Teresa, welcome to Daily Flash. You're talking about curiosity. It killed many cats, but I'm sure that it's actually helped a lot. You say curiosity over judgment is very important, right? And that judgment actually keeps us a little stuck, though. Tell us more about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just a little context for your viewers. I'm coming from a 5-year survival from, really tough situation, losing my husband and shuttering a business. And, I think we often sit in places of such shame, and shame and judgment are kind of partners. They walk hand in hand.
Yeah.
And what I've learned along the way, and I made a whole lot of mistakes to learn some lessons, is that, judgment really keeps us isolated. We're turning in on ourselves. We're not saying, okay, I'm in a tough situation, but what can this teach me? We're judging ourselves. We're saying, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? What if I had done something different? Oh, I'm, so unhappy with myself today because I didn't do X, X, and X. So we stay in these places of being very much turned in on ourselves. And 2 things happen with shame and judgment. They do keep us in isolation. And I just can't say enough about how important it is in anything that you're going through to have some community around you, community you trust. Because I believe you don't have to have gone through great tragedy to be in a survival journey today. I feel like everybody in some way is carrying some kind of pain.
Sure, absolutely.
And yeah, and if you have people you can trust, and I don't mean go splatter your stuff to the world, but if you have one friend, one family member who can sit with you in that pain, who cannot be there to fix you, not be there to judge it, but just sit with you in it. When we share our pain, it lessens its power. That just works every single time.
Okay.
And the minute you begin to get out of isolation, the judgment tends to kind of start falling away. And I truly think one of the most beautiful things we can do in our lives is to just be curious. So,
and again, that's how we learn. I mean, I think, like Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge, and curiosity brings with it imagination as well. And you say that that curiosity will bring space for growing. So, what's some of the questions we should actually be asking?
Well, let's take just an everyday situation. You come into work this morning, and your coworker just is on your nerves, annoying you. Maybe
She
saying
is. Every
something
morning she does, by the way.
Whoever she is, I'm so sorry.
It's Andrea.
It's okay.
I love her to
I
death.
deal with it.
Instead of just turning on her and going, oh my gosh, she's in a grouchy mood this morning. What did I do to deserve that? To be curious is to go, wonder what's going on with her today.
Yeah.
I wonder what he's going through today. And it softens you. It immediately helps you not be so, angry and wrought up and ready to fight through your day. And it also gives you the opportunity to maybe, kind of ask how she's doing.
Indeed.
Is there anything you can do to help her? And then you create just a stronger bond with, a friendship.
We have about a minute left, so we need to go. I want to make sure we get all of these through here. You say, obviously, it builds that compassion is what you're speaking of, but it also brings other things along with it, which is really helping bring that compassion and seeing other people's point of view. And it makes us like, okay, I can see how she feels that way. Compassion, does everybody have compassion? Because there's some people I've been like, can anybody develop compassion?
I would say yes. I'm not an expert on that, but I would say that I think we all have within our beings compassion. And the wonderful trick, and I sort of alluded to it a minute ago, is when you're not judging yourself so harshly.
Yeah.
You immediately are not judging others so harshly. When you have compassion for yourself, so start with you. Start with being kind to yourself.
Teresa, thank you so much for this great, important information. If you want more info, you can check out our podcast. Go to teresabruno.net. Thanks so much, Teresa.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. It is Thursday, which means it's time to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen, no matter what size you're going to watch it on. With the latest, here's Tony.
Thanks, Mitch. Streaming on most video-on-demand platforms is the supernatural western, Killing Faith.
That little girl of yours, you know you're not supposed to be in town with her.
She needs help.
Well, I'll see to it Doc Steelbender comes take a look at her.
Tell me, what's it like to be a doctor who can't save a life?
I'll let you know next time you find yourself sick.
The film is set in 1849 as a widowed doctor escorts a freed slave and her daughter across the West to find a distant faith healer battling the mother's belief of demonic possession, as every living thing the child touches dies. I chatted with stars DeWanda Wise and Guy Pearce.
It's part Western, it's part supernatural, but I think it's a movie with a real emotional core and pulse. And so I think that people won't expect to be moved the way that they're going to be moved watching this movie.
It's deeply disturbing, but also quite funny, quite humorous, and all of it feeling authentic. So was really interesting. Yeah, it was an interesting world to get into, and Ned was just brilliant to work with because he's really open and lovely and funny, and of course DeWanda was gorgeous to work with as well. So it was a pretty special experience, actually.
Killing Faith is a genre-breaking movie presenting the argument between science and religion. The outcome is a smart and conversational Western using familiar tropes in a new way. Again, Killing Faith is streaming on most video-on-demand platforms and gets an A. It's rated R. New in selected theaters is the third film in the Tron franchise as Tron Ares hits the big screen.
So much talk of AI and big tech today. Virtual worlds, what are they going to look like? When will we get there? Well, folks, we're not going there. They are coming here. I would like you to meet Ares, the ultimate soldier.
A highly sophisticated software program called Ares is sent from the digital world into the real world to stop a secret computer code from being released.
And I fell in love. I love the story, I love the technology, I love the creativity, I love Jeff Bridges. So for me, Tron is like, it's like Star Wars. It's like Blade Runner. It's one of those films that just lives forever inside me, and I'm so proud to be here with Joachim, a part of a third Tron in 42 years or something. Yeah, pretty cool.
Although Tron Ares isn't a perfect movie, it's a highly watchable and enjoyable action film with a heart-pounding score, terrific special effects, and solid acting. Check it out on the biggest screen possible. It gets an A and is rated PG-13. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
Hey, welcome to your Daily Digits for this week. Well, your first digit today is a bittersweet one, especially for us 80s babies. It's 40. After 40 years, MTV has started shutting down some of their channels. MTV will shut down 5 of its international channels on December 31st, while some of its foreign MTV outlets will remain on air with reality programming, not really music television. The news marks the end of an era for the network that shaped global pop culture since its launch in 1981, and I think eventually this just leads to the overall network being shut down. Now, but where am I going to get my Jersey Shore reruns and Pauly Shore movies when I'm overseas? Darn it. Well, your next number today is going to be $2,300. That's the price you will be paying for a new limited edition book called Airness, Michael Jordan. The new book about Michael Jordan celebrates the 40th anniversary of his Air Jordan sneakers and partnership with Nike. The book features never-before-seen photos and rare sketches by Nike designer Tinker Hatfield, who designed some of the most famous Jordans of all time. Look, Mike, I love you, but it's gonna need the cost, a little less than the shoes, and you know what? The Chinese bots are just gonna end up getting a book anyway. But there is a cheaper version. It's around $123. So you got at least that within everybody else's price range. And your last number today is $650,000, and it's a story right out of Ocean's 11. A Pablo Picasso painting worth $650,000 vanished while being transported overnight from Madrid to another museum in Spain. The piece, called Still Life with Guitar, was painted by Picasso in 1990. You know, I know Clooney and crew announced that they were started filming in Ocean's 14, but I think the movie just sort of wrote itself. What do you think, Mitch?
100%, and it's one of those life imitating art situations. Matt, good numbers there. Thanks so much. We got more Flash coming up around the corner. Don't go anywhere. We love having you along. Stick around.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash, trending news and entertainment.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I am Mitch English, welcoming you to the first show of 2026. This is Daily Flash.
Daily Flash, ladies and gentlemen, and we want to welcome our local friends all across the country. James Alexander, who's watching us and where?
Hey, you know what? I want to say this. we're watched all over the world from our streamers, YouTube, the American Forces Network, and 219 stations across this great country and beyond. If you want to find out where we are in your neighborhood, just go to dailyflashshow.com and click on where to watch. Now, our local friends today are from my hometown, WKBD-TV in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit basketball. I'm sorry, AKA the Motor City. Now, check this out. I got a fun fact for you. I got two of them.
Okay.
Detroit has more miles of waterfront than Chicago, and the first paved road in America was in Detroit.
It's 8 Mile. Was it 8 Mile with Slim Shady?
Yeah. You don't want to lose it? Yeah. My bad. Yeah.
James, you are proud of Detroit, that's for sure.
Well, that would explain why the cars were so popular being made there. Would that be the connection, the first road and the cars?
That's part of it too. And you know we have a connection with Al Capone too. I can tell you that online.
That's a good teaser.
Florida does too. Matter of fact, near where Hugo lives here in Central Florida, Al Capone used to have a house there at Mount Dora. Did you know that?
Oh yeah.
And it was low key, matter of fact. So checking that out as well. Also, Detroit, home of 2 major pizza places, Domino's and Little Caesars. Both started.
Oh, is that so?
And do you like Detroit style pizza, James?
The deep dish?
Yes, man. I grew up on Detroit style pizza, man.
Yeah.
So yes, it's better than Chicago style pizza. I'm just letting everyone know.
What's the difference?
Detroit is better.
Well, how would you best describe it?
We have deep dish. So the deep dish is a lot more bread, but it's packed on with everything. You put anything on a pizza, especially if you go down to Greek Town.
Yeah.
They put anything you want, from lobster, shrimp, you name it.
Pineapple? Can you put pineapple on it? I do it.
Whatever floats your boat.
You know what I've learned? Thank you there, James. You know what I learned? And parents out there, listen, you want good food, you want good pizza, you find out what your kids hate, and that's what you put on top of it. I order pepperoni and pineapple all the time now. And you don't want this on there. I'm like, well, don't eat it then. Hey, you millennials, that sounded so old when I said that, but I want to say we're proud of you.
Yes.
We really are. We talked, Jackson and I were talking earlier about you bringing these traditions back that really are going to help you out. But also, millennials are now actually making New Year's resolutions, which is actually good to hear. This is a new poll. 57% of millennials said they actually plan to set resolutions. Which actually ties out other data that shows millennials are actually a little more eager to reboot next year. So they are looking forward to certain things. We had a therapist that had come on saying, it's not a good idea to just say, I'm going to change everything on New Year's Day, but it is good to set goals.
Yes.
And the way you set goals is just as important. The most popular goals, saving money, exercising more, all right, as well as getting healthier. And those are broad strokes, which is great news because, as you said, getting healthier. Well, what does that mean? And then you can actually kind of go one by one of how, maybe, all right, I'm going to stop eating cinnamon rolls every morning, that sort of thing. Some of the groups, those that are making less than $100,000 a year, the millennials, financial resolutions, saving more, spending less, paying off debt.
That's a big one. That's always a big one every year for folks.
I think something that I really wish they would talk more is how important your credit score is.
Yes.
It doesn't control the world, but if you can get that great credit score, your life is great. And it doesn't mean, I'll get more money. No, it actually will help you now. They're looking at your credit report to get into an apartment, cars, insurance, everything, which to me is not fair. Also, on the other hand, 42% of Americans say they actually make a resolution for 2026. So millennials are definitely much more than the average person, which is nice to see. So again, about 42 say of Americans overall, 57% of millennials say
Let's do the New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't make them. Do you?
I think it's like, you know what I want to be for 2026? I want to be a better person. Or just, again, that broad strokes. So I wouldn't say specific stuff. No,
more
I don't.
present.
Yeah. That's actually good. Be present.
Be present.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Mitch English alongside Andrea Jackson. We're here in the Daily Flash kitchen.
Yes, and we are joined by our favorite weird food guy, John Graham from ThatGuyOnTV.com. John, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Halloween, there's got to be weird foods. You found some good
got it.
stuff.
So I figure we'll do a lot of candy and then we'll end with something not sweet.
Okay,
at the
cool.
end.
Okay.
So gummy candy started about 1.5 years ago, came out of Japan first, blew up on TikTok because it's a gummy candy. You open it up and you can peel it. So there's lots of different flavors. The big brand Peelers is so popular I can't find it in stores right now, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Walgreens has the same candies under their Nice brand, made by the real people. So Mitch has got one. These are the body parts. They also have pumpkins and mummies and all different kinds of things. And the idea is you kind of break it open, and inside there's another little flavor you can either pop out or generally kind of bite out with
Just like in real life.
And the body parts for Halloween come individually wrapped, so that's a great one if you want to throw something in trick or
Also
treat.
like real life.
Just like
yeah.
Now, this one is a different company. This is Herbert's Best. It's gummy eyes. You want to grab one?
Aren't these neat looking?
These are, so they come individual, they come in that package, then you pop it open. Come on, John. There we go.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
And that's the selling point right there. You almost don't care what they taste like.
Okay, I'm going to pull this out.
You're gonna try it? And
red glue on the inside.
Okay.
Kind of marshmallow on the outside, kind of generic red fruit on the inside.
Interesting texture and taste.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. All right.
And then we've got over here, let me get the name right here.
Trickies?
It is Jolly Ranchers Gummies Trickies.
Gummies
The idea is that the flavors are wrong. So for example, apples are purple and they taste like raspberry. These are all your regular Jolly Rancher flavors. You got green apple, blue raspberry, cherry, grape, watermelon. Give one a try. I would say go for
You pick which one, and I'll pick one out because I don't know what that. This one right here, and I need to find out.
Okay, go for that. So that's a kind of a blue-green watermelon, and it tastes like.
Oh, give me a second.
I know without the color to guide you, sometimes it's hard.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
It's like Fruit Loops where it tastes all
Yeah,
the same.
they're all lemon, but the color fools you.
I don't know what this one is.
Let's see. What
Blue.
It was blue.
Blue.
Which one do you think?
That one?
You're better at this.
Real quick. I think that's grape.
Grape?
Great. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'll buy it.
All right, let's jump to the end here.
Okay. Ice
This
cream
is-
first.
Yeah, now out of Ohio, two big local flavors that have been kind of growing around the country the last 20 years. Grater's ice cream. It's a very thick, creamy ice cream, delicious stuff. And Skyline chili, which if you've never had Skyline chili, it's a very...
You put it on spaghetti.
It's not, you put it on spaghetti, you put it on not corn dogs, you put it on chili dogs. And it's got a lot of flavors like cinnamon and allspice and clove in it.
Chocolate, I think.
Yeah,
Do you want the hot
And then
sauce
so what
that
they
goes
did is they took some of the flavors and put that in Grater's ice cream. So
Ooh,
it's not you're not gonna have the chili, you're not gonna have the onion,
And now,
but you are gonna have the sweet spices, the cinnamon, the chili, stuff like that.
think it's
And the
super.
owner of one of the local franchises suggested his customers are actually putting the Skyline hot sauce on it.
I'm sorry, I did
So
that.
dive in, Mitch, see what you think.
All right, here we go.
And for texture, they put oyster crackers inside. I think they're covered with something like white chocolate so they stay crunchy.
that hot sauce hits you later. That's interesting.
So what do you recommend, with or without the hot sauce?
I say without it. But
Okay.
if you like it really spicy, put it in there. This is interesting. You can totally taste chili.
Let me put down my eyeball here
Right.
for the last
Yeah.
one. And so after all the sugar, now we're gonna go a little savory. This is from McCormick. You remember when I brought in dill pickle spice a while back? A few months back?
Yes, I loved
So
it.
same folks, here, give it a try. This is a pumpkin chili. You can make chili in about 20 minutes. It's a pound of ground turkey, tomatoes, kidney beans, and a whole can of pumpkin.
Yeah, you can taste the pumpkin here.
So it's
Really
got
good.
some
I
of
like
it's got some of those same fall spices that you would expect in a latte, but not sweet like that. As it'd be great for kids. As an adult, I put a little hot sauce on it myself last night. I had it for dinner last night,
You did,
and maybe jalapenos.
And jalapenos.
And, yeah.
I like
That's
that
great.
a lot. That's really, really
That
good.
followed up by the spice ice cream.
I agree.
Yeah.
You get it
For
all.
the adults and those for the kids.
John, you always bring some of the coolest stuff here.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and we look forward to finding all those other weird products out there for you.
And if you head to our website, dailyflashshow.com, you can see all of John's items. ThatGuyOnTV.com as well. That's
Check
the
me out.
website.
Hey, joining us now is CC Tao, host of CC Hollywood, and a very special guest. This is Hachi, who must be, you tired, buddy? It's okay. Of course, CC is with, of course, CC Hollywood. It's a media platform that bridges East and West through in-depth interviews and cultural storytelling. She connects visionary leaders, iconic individuals and brands, as well as groundbreaking ideas from across the globe with audiences right here in America and beyond.
Recently, I traveled to the Legacy of Freedom Gala at the Trump's International Golf Club in New York. There, I met the incredible Charlie Kirk and also so many other beautiful, brave people who believe in true freedom, even when it costs everything. Charlie has paid a price for what he believes, and that touches me deeply. But when I posted just this 7 seconds of our friendly conversation, I was shocked by what happened next. that tiny moment stirred up waves of reaction in China and across the United States. Some people called Charlie a hero. Others called him the opposite. And suddenly, a simple smile between two people became a global storm. In China, the video has reached more than 10 million views through different platforms, and there are so many mixed comments, some of love, some of anger, questions, and curiosity. It made me realize how powerful and how fragile conversation has become between East and West. Maybe people are not just reacting, maybe they are searching for truth, for understanding, for a voice that connects instead of divides. That's confirmed why I created CC Hollywood, to build that bridge, to keep the conversation real, honest, and human, to remind us that dialogue is not weakness, it is courage. Because when conversation becomes courage, that's when bridges are built. And that's why I believe independent thinking is true freedom. Because true freedom doesn't belong to one country or one person. It belongs to everyone brave enough to live by truth, carried by voices like Charlie's, brave enough to speak and humble enough to listen.
All right, thank you to CC Hollywood and host CC Tao and Hachi. Yeah, you did such a great job for building bridges between East and West, sharing voices, stories, and innovations that inspire and connect both worlds. We look forward to her next chapter in this global conversation.
With school in full swing, pediatrician and parenting expert Dr. Lauren Crosby tells us how good nutrition will help your kids.
I'm seeing more parents in general looking for easy ways to establish healthy routines that support their kids' overall brain health and their wellness. In fact, according to consumer research from Smarty Pants Vitamins, many parents now view supporting their kids' brain health just as important as supporting their immune health. Good nutrition is important. It gives kids the fuel they need to focus and to learn, while key vitamins like C, B, riboflavin, and iodine help support brain health and support immune system function. Smarty Pants Kids Multi and Omega stand out because they go beyond the basics, packing in nutrients that support brain health and growing bodies. Plus, it has unique ingredients like omega-3s and bioavailable forms of nutrients like methylfolate and methylcobalamin that are easily absorbed. You can check out Smarty Pants Vitamins' full line of vitamins for kids on Amazon.
Well, a new study reveals new data on the heart health of many Americans. Dr. Jane Morgan, she joins us now with more. Doc, tell us what this study's all about and what it means.
You know, Mitch, when we look at this study, it really means that we have behavioral changes that we really can start to do to take our heart seriously. This is really not just a trend. And if our heart is prematurely aging, that means that we're that much closer to mortality. Really, our heart is everything that is driving our body. And so we need to look at those things that are actually putting us at risk. Why is our heart aging so much faster than the rest of our body?
What about risk factors and maybe even aging?
When we talk about it, we think about things like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, lack of mobility, meaning that we just don't move as much as we used to just in our normal activities of daily living. When we think about things like smoking, reducing your alcohol intake, all of those things are important. And we sort of have been piling these on here in America. And now we see that a woman's heart is aging 4 years faster and men's hearts are aging 7 years faster. That means that your heart is actually older than the date on your birth certificate.
Tell us the first easy step that all of us can take.
And so when we look at Bayer, a very nice assessment tool, seeyourrisks.com. If If you go to that website, you can take an easy 2-minute assessment and get an idea of what your risk is, and then have that conversation with your physician such that you can jumpstart to a healthier life and see if you can start to dial back those advancing years of your heart.
Doctor, thank you so much. To take your 2-minute online heart assessment, just go to seeyourrisks.com. You'll also find that link on our website, dailyflashshow.com/FMI. All right, have you ever left a meeting at work thinking, that could have just been an email? Well, the same thing is happening with voice notes people are sending. They're actually closer to mini podcasts than just a quick memo.
If you've ever received a voice note that was way too long, you're not alone. Research from Statista showed that the average American spends almost 120 hours a year sending and receiving voice notes. U.S. findings say almost 3/4 of people talk too much about themselves. More than half admit they sometimes forget to listen to them. And a whopping 90% have forgotten what was in the message. All the while, over half of respondents say they have their most fulfilling conversations face-to-face. Now, Heineken is rolling out the could-have-been Heineken WhatsApp bot in Brazil, incentivizing people to swap long voice notes for a chance to catch up over a beer. Users of drinking age can forward a voice note they receive that's over 3 minutes to a private encrypted bot. They'll then get a voucher for 2 beers, so they can catch up in real life, rather than via a voice note. Heineken has long been a champion of bringing people together in meaningful ways and celebrating face-to-face connection. Keep an eye on Heineken's social channels for more information.
This is Tim. Tim is all about time. And if you've ever had a chance to look into Tim's cold, dead eyes, you'll see that it's time for you to follow us on social media. Sure, there's 10,000 social sites out there, and we don't have the time to name them all. Seriously, just ask Tim. So take the time to look for Daily Flash TV on your favorite social sites and start following us. That's all the time, Tim. Goodbye.
Welcome back to Daily Flash.
Yeah, time for must-watch movies. 2 colleagues find themselves stranded on a deserted island after a plane crash. They must overcome past grievances, work together to survive. Who will make it out alive? Who knows? Today's must-watch movie, Send Help. Help me.
I'm going to be frank with you. You are smart. I know that you are great with numbers, but I just don't think you got it. As an executive, I see no value in you. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry, what?
You know we have the Bangkok merger coming up. Prove me wrong. Oh, Linda, before you go, I forgot to mention I've received a few complaints about you.
Complaints?
Noxious odors.
Oh, God.
Take your seats. If you're a little
Look who's joined the land of the living.
How long?
You been out? Day and a half?
Have you tried making a distress signal or a bigger fire?
I was busy trying to keep us alive.
But getting us out of here, that should be your focus, not being Susie Homemaker over here.
What did you just say to me?
Let's not forget, I'm your boss. You work for me.
We're not in the office anymore, Bradley. No help is coming. You just have to accept that this is how things are now. You ever hunt? I think I like it. You are stuck with a boss. Just like I was. Although I'm betting I am a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part. I don't think we should ever leave.
If I was on an island, I'd want to be with you, Jackson.
Likewise, my friend.
And those folks out there. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.
Good.